Now, the third and the last tool for performing the process of recombinant DNA technology is the competent host. That is the availability of a competent host with the help of which this recombination process can be carried out. DNA usually cannot get across cell membrane that it is not easily movable across the cell membrane because it is hydrophilic. And therefore, in order to force the bacteria to take up such recombinant DNA, the bacterial cells must be made up of competent to take up the DNA. And so, in order to make DNA in such a competent form, various methods have been employed. Therefore, bacterial cells can create competent DNA artificially with the help of following methods. First is electroporation. In this method, the cells, that is DNA cells, are exposed to rapid pulse of high voltage in order to render the plasma membrane permeable to the recombinant DNA. That is, it renders permeability to the plasma membrane. Following electroporation, there comes another method known as microinjection. In this method, the recombinant DNA is directly injected into the nucleus of the animal cell. And such a process is known as microinjection. Following this, the third method that arises, lipofaction. In this method, the recombinant DNA is coated with lipid which allows it to pass through the plasma membrane. The fourth method following liquefaction is particle bombardment. In this method, tiny high velocity particles now these particles are generally of tungsten or gold because they are heavy in nature and hard, with the help of which bombardment can take place easily. Such high velocity particles coats the recombinant DNA and is then shoot into the cells. As a result of which easy bombardment of the particles can take place for the high recombination value. This method is also known as ballistic or gene gun. And the last method that can be employed is by treating the cells and DNA with high amount of Ca2 plus ion which allows DNA uptake into the cells. However, the high Ca2 plus causes membrane changes which reduces the barriers to the DNA movement. As a result of this, the recombinant DNA can be forced into the bacterial cell by incubating the cells with recombinant DNA on ice. Thus, the forcing of recombinant DNA into bacterial cells can take place by incubating the cells with it on ice, that is with DNA on ice. Which is followed by placing them briefly at 42 degrees Celsius temperature, and thus the process moves on. That is, after this temperature, it gets back onto the ice. Until the time the treatment does not get completely over, this alternate movement of the cells from ice to 42 degree and vice versa moves on.